D.W. Rides Again is the first segment in the 19th episode of the very first season of Arthur, and this is an episode that I think a lot of children will be able to relate to at one time or another. Arthur and the gang are preparing for a bike-a-thon, sponsored bike ride, and D.W. feels a little put out because she's currently riding a tricycle, and the Tibble twins make fun of her for this, and she decides that enough is enough. It's time for her to learn a two-wheeler with stabilizers to begin with, and Arthur is kind of roped into teaching her how to ride a bike. And there's one quote in this that I absolutely love, and it's from DW, and she says, "I don't care if it takes until I'm 21 and I'm one giant scab. I'm going to learn to do this." And I just absolutely loved it. At the time, she is covered in scabs and plasters and things because she obviously keeps falling off. And I thought that was so admirable. She didn't give up, and that's a great message. Be persistent, keep trying, and you may just succeed. That message, of course, is very important, but we also learn a lot about cycling. Arthur teaching DW is a very clever way of teaching the viewer about, the importance of wearing a helmet and hand signals and different safety things. I didn't know that you could signal to turn left or right with the same arm. I don't cycle. I used to ride a bike when I was younger, of course, but I don't cycle on the roads or anything. I don't cycle at all anymore. And I didn't know that there were different hand signals you could do with one arm to turn left or right. So I actually learned something, which I wasn't expecting, and that was really quite a nice surprise. It's really enjoyable. It's nice to see DW being determined rather than giving up and having a tantrum, which we do see her do from time to time. Definitely a lot of really useful information here for anybody riding a bike, but certainly for young children who may not be quite clued up on safety and cycling proficiency and things. So it's definitely a really good episode. I thought it worked very well, really interesting narrative. DW was actually likeable for once, which again doesn't happen that often. DW Rides Again is definitely a really good episode.